are the two of you the most different?
Sammy has hemorrhoids.
I don't.
Sammy has crabs.
I don't.
Sammy has a vagina.
I do.
I'm thinking, oh God, what if this is a no?
When is this gonna take place and where? When you ask her?
I've been planning this for a very long time.
Okay.
And I know that her dream is to get proposed to on a beach. So I would love to propose to her when you guys go on your family trip. I want your entire family there, her siblings. I would like to have my parents there as well.
Oh.
Things are moving very fast.
Like here I am trying to digest a proposal that is going to accompany us on our family beach vacation. And it looks like there's gonna be the potential in-laws also coming. Like it's all unfolding right here.
I don't want it to be this big crowd, but just the people that mean the most to us, immediate family. I do have a ring. Would you guys like to see it?
Sure.
You were hoping we said yes?
I'm hoping. I was hoping.
I'm sorry, what is it, glowing inside? Good Lord, Colin. The ring is completely out of control. That's, wow. Well, it looks like Al's gonna have to do an upgrade.
I've been saving for this ring for about a year, and I'm still gonna be paying on it for a while.
Did he take out a small business loan?
I don't know, like he just came here very prepared, like
Did
people
he
were just
rob
like,
a
"Hey,
jewelry
yeah."
store?
Super pretty.
Absolutely.
I love it, you did a good job.
Thank you.
I mean, I don't really have an answer other than whatever Baylen wants to do, she's got our blessing.
Alan gave his blessing for Baylen to decide on whatever she would like, and I respect that, but also I am just confused. I don't know, like as a guy, that's not what you're going into that conversation thinking that's how it's gonna go.
I don't want her overwhelmed with a lot of like extra things on her plate.
I don't want to add extra pressure or stress onto her, and that's me wanting to propose to her isn't me saying, hey, I want to get married next month. It's me saying, hey.
I won't quit on you.
Exactly.
You're very good to Baylen, and I know that Baylen is madly in love with you. We'll help you make your dream proposal happen for Baylen.
Oh, thank you guys. Y'all really did set the expectation really high, and I promise I'll be good to her.
Oh, that's sweet.
I know.
That's a lot, though.
I know it's a lot.
Yeah.
At this point, how do we even say no? It would be very hurtful to Baylen and Colin if we're not there to support them.
She'll be very excited, very happy.
They're gonna be great partners. They have great values. They have a good family to come back to. There's so much about them that's so beautiful. I think the first girl is different, and of course, Baylen's very special, so just makes everything a little bit harder.
My mom was able to secure an appointment with a neurologist in Boston. I know that my parents are excited to go and learn more about deep brain stimulation surgery, but it's a really invasive surgery, so I'm not really the biggest fan of it.
So, I mean, obviously, you know kind of where I stand on DBS. Like, I think DBS is meant for a last resort. Like, my Tourette's is affecting my life so much that I can't do anything And I don't think that you're at that state.
No, I completely agree with you.
Yeah. Baylen getting
Bitch.
DBS, it's really a risk and reward, how I look at things. And there's a lot of risk to getting DBS. You don't know the outcome of the actual surgery. You don't know if it's gonna help you or not.
My name's Dr. Alice Flaherty. I'm a neurologist and psychiatrist at Harvard Medical School. My area of specialization is particularly people with mood and movement disorders, and a lot of them have brain stimulators. I'm not Baylen's doctor. I'm just meeting her today for informational purposes, but I have lots of patients like her.
Joe Biden is buried in my backyard after snorting cocaine off of a zebra during the Revolutionary War of 1812. Then he was in the Great Depression in the 1920s. We did it, Joe.
When I compare Baylen to Tourette's patients I've seen in the past year, her tics are much more frequent, continuous, and much more complex than most people who have just simple tics, like, wrinkling their nose or tilting their head. To me, someone like Baylen is an especially interesting patient because she has this complicated overlap of neurological and psychiatric conditions, which, the brain doesn't make that distinction, it doesn't care. But people with both tend to really fall between two stools because the neurologists are like, I don't want to deal with that. And the psychiatrists are like, oh, that's neurology, that's too scary too. So it's like this huge no man's land. But I feel like maybe I could help her. So I guess start, what are the things you would like to know about deep brain stimulation?
Everything.
Top to bottom.
Yep.
So I love brain stimulators. I think they're so helpful for people.
Bitch.
One of the things I think is kind of funny about the name deep brain stimulator is even though it's stimulating in that it's putting current into an area, the effect is actually that it's inhibiting an area. So it's sort of sending a jamming signal to an area that's helping to produce these tics or the feedback that contributes to the tics.
And Tourette has been studied enough so they know the parts of the brain where those tics are kind of originating from?
That's a really good question. So in terms of studied enough, it's still not FDA approved. And there's kind of a reason for that. It's not nearly as slam dunk as Parkinson's, we do it all the time. And for essential tremor, where you turn the stimulator up and the tremor goes away, it's harder than that. But recently, there's been a bit more enthusiasm because they have so much data now that people are getting on average 50% decrease in their tics.
I know the procedure is really invasive in a lot of ways, but how astounding is it that Baylen's tics could get cut 50%? That's life-changing.
Where we start is with putting the electrodes in. So this is the actual electrode tip. You see there's 4 little holes where the electricity could come out of. They would shave your head. You'd be in a frame literally bolted to your skull to keep your head stable. And then they make an incision, they pull the skin back, they drill a hole, and then they stick it down in your brain. Then that's the first part of the surgery, and then they leave you, they sew it up. They'd go back in a second surgery. They put this in and tunnel it down, and then this gets implanted where you would put a pacemaker battery, except they usually do it on the right.
Would you surmise, based on what you know about Baylen at this point, that she is a good candidate for DBS?
Penis.
So what I would say is DBS could help maybe the head jerking tics. I wouldn't rule it out completely, but it's a last resort. Right now, I wouldn't recommend it.
It's amazing to hear that I do not need DBS right now. Not today. No one's drilling in my brain today. Or shaving my head.
I think that you have better options, and it might be good to attack all the stuff around the tics, like we were talking about the comorbidities being worse, before you decide, what am I gonna do with the tics? Tics just so often get better when you can get the stress down.
What would you suggest next steps for my medical journey? Me?
Yeah, absolutely. So my first advice would be work with someone to find some new med options, because there's so many things that you could try that would make you feel better and not worse. So that's me.
The medical journey and the actual medicine aspect of it has been a trial and error where we've
I've tried
come
a
to a
lot.
point where like this one's worked good, that one no, that one's a no, never again.
I would literally be like, I hate this, I hate the way it makes me feel, and I wouldn't tell anyone.
Now that you're older, you can sort of take charge more.
So are you good with that? Maybe some different medicines?
Oh my God, yeah, I'm great with that.
Well, we can reach out and schedule an appointment and if that's possible, to speak with you again.
I hate to say how much I enjoy my job, but I would love that.
I would love to come back. I would love to see you again.
I asked Alan to come and meet me because I want to talk to him about being a part of Baylen's proposal. So for Baylen's dream proposal, I know you and her share a special bond, and I wanted her to hear something from you before I propose. I got the idea of you being a narrator of a video. I want you to speak a little bit about her, like, growing up, you know, the struggles that she went through and the good times that she had as a kid. And then hit home on, like, the father perspective of everything, how you have to.
Well, okay. Probably like two things. One,
Yeah.
to me, simple is better and it's more meaningful. It's more from the heart. Second thing is, and I mean, I don't want to make this sound difficult for you, all right? Like, I just want to put it out there. My moments with my kids, those struggles, those rewards, those challenges, those are for me. You need to do this for yourself. It would probably mean more to her if you told her all the things that you guys experienced. Baylen and I, we know the struggle. This is your memory with her. My memories are with me and Baylen, nobody else. And I'm gonna keep them with me. And I think she would rather hear words from Colin than hear words from her dad on that day. So make it as special as you can without making it complicated, right? Make it simple.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't fully expecting you to kind of shut it down. It is a little bit upsetting that he doesn't want to be a part of the video and thinks it's a bad idea. I completely disagree with him.
I'm just telling you honestly, things are happening really fast. I'm emotionally wrecked, not just from this proposal, but the last 5 years of experience of going through this with Baylen. And for Colin to attempt to tackle this is honorable. So I'm trying to navigate letting go and trying to accept Colin at the same time. I'm trying to figure this out. And I really want to help him so he can help my daughter. I mean, this is extremely important to me. Not just the engagement, not just moving in, but who I am entrusting my daughter with. This isn't easy.
He's a very protective father, and I would like to see Baylen gain a little bit more independence just for herself. But I'm not going into this blind. I know exactly what I'm going into. I want to be with Baylen for the rest of my life, and now I have to rethink this whole proposal because I want it to be perfect for her. I just now need some time to kind of like pivot and figure out how I want to like move forward with things.
I'm sure you'll think of something.
Yeah.
I got to get going.
I have no choice but to accept Alan's response, but it does feel a little personal. And I don't know if that's something that I can break through or not.